to the program. So that's what the reds and the blues are in here. So after this, it should be up to date as of today. And some of those changes you'll note are school tax. That portion is no longer part of the exempted monies. And the requirement of a minimum assessment agreement for all new commercial properties. So.
Any further discussion? I will make a motion to adopt Resolution 2450 establishing December 3rd, 24 at 12 p.m. as a public hearing on the proposed amendment to the revitalization plan for the Lamar's urban revitalization area.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Goodchild.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes.
Pick.
Yes.
Wick.
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes. Motion carried. Moving on to discussion items. Jason.
Okay, not a whole lot. Just a quick update on the plywood stuff. That's still working through some of the punch list issues. So hopefully that gets resolved soon. Taxiway out at the airport. As soon as it dries up, I think they're prepared to pour some concrete. So they're still going to push to try to get that done this year. Other than those two things, that's all I have.
Anything on Fifth Avenue, Old 75 repair work there?
They haven't started.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Any idea when?
No.
Okay. I mean, we had talked about it being, a couple of weeks ago, said that they
Yeah,
were closed.
I
but
assumed it was going to be after he got done up there, but
Doesn't look like that's the
Apparently
case?
not.
Okay. And we had no real idea of,
no, now, I mean, this time of year, it's
yeah,
really.
we're pretty, want to wait till spring, right?
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
the only thing I probably could change is rather than, just because weather is unpredictable, maybe reducing how much they tackle at a time is probably smarter at this point, but I'll find out, Brad.
Okay.
I haven't heard why there is a delay or whether or not I was misspeaking.
I've actually been thinking about that since our golf course meeting, and I'm wondering if the opposite of what you just suggested, and that is we actually look at other sources of funding, and we actually tackle east, and then we tackle west, and we just get it done. Rather than have 3, 4, 5 years of 3 blocks closed at a time, inconvenience. We know we've got a problem, and I was personally challenged to look at other funding sources, and truthfully, I'm not opposed to that. So I'd kind of like to look at some of that as possibilities.
Yeah, I think that for me, the main thing is whatever we do, let's just do it right. So we don't have
That
to come
was the
back
goal
down, you know,
the first time.
I know. But I think Jason, you addressed that, that going forward, it's all full depth as opposed to, you know,
Patches.
overlay, yeah. So I think we're gonna address that, but I guess the question then, Joe, is if we wanna try and tackle this all, what are the budgetary constraints? Because we'd probably wanna use road tax funding for most, road use tax funds for most of it, or?
You can use road use tax, or you can actually tip it.
Yeah,
You
I
can use
guess,
tip
yeah.
dollars for it, and then free up your road use a little bit.
Yeah.
I know Scott's been talking to some contractors to get kind of a rough idea of what it would cost. I haven't heard anything back.
But I mean, I'm not saying remove. I am totally on board with full deep,
The areas that are cracked up.
yes,
Yeah.
but I'm also in favor of get one side done, get the other side done. By 2026, we have a nice road. Because it is a cluster. It is not good.
And
So-
then it all ages at the same time as opposed to.
Yep, and I wanna look at other funding like you're suggesting there too, because I want it done. We can throw $250,000 at a year, every year, and it's
Yeah.
just
Well, I mean, I know that,
never.
you know, between Bob's and the C-store, that's really deteriorating
Quickly.
bad,
Yeah, so anyway, yeah.
rapidly. so.
Can we give it back to the state?
County?
Yeah.
Joe, do you have anything for us?
Um,
Or did anybody have anything else for Jason? Sorry. All right, Joe.
just be bringing a bunch to council next meeting for annual report for approval.
Mark.
This Saturday, the Plymouth County Cyclists are having Cranksgiving, starts at 10 o'clock at Bike Central, where anyone that wants to join us, come down with your bikes. We ride around to various stores, buy items that we're gonna donate to the food bank. And there'll be some breakfast and some lunch.
Nothing.
Three things. Vote today. Second of all, Twig and Branch site is now on the winter hours of 1 to 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, Saturday 9 to 4, and will be open through the month of November, weather permitting. And then everybody's favorite topic, odd even parking. So remember that started November 1 and runs till April 1st. And pay attention, research it, ask somebody, whatever.
I'm
you-
already annoyed with it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Somebody
Not you
got a warning?
personally, but because people calling you?
No,
Oh.
no, because I gotta move a vehicle back.
Okay.
Or you can just leave it in the garage. I mean, that's an option too.
Actually, you're the example that we don't give breaks to city people. Good
point.
I don't have a warning yet. I also don't have any kids at home, so I shouldn't get a ticket.
Yeah. Clark.
The only thing, I guess, and it kind of come up today last minute in discussions, I sympathize with time-sensitive actions, but I'm probably never gonna bow to one. So if something is time-sensitive, that needs to be considered when it's first brought to council. Because I'm not real bashful when it comes to, hey, I got a question here. And if it screws up a time-sensitive matter, it might be wise to think of that before proposals and/or things are brought. That's just my opinion, so. That's it, thank you.
Brian? Nothing. Brad?
Nothing else.
You want these back?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion and second, anyone?
Second.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.